But has New Hartford reached out to police, and has it made its way to the DA's office about any accusations that have been made about teachers?
Yes, that case was presented to a grand jury. The grand jury heard the evidence, and the grand jury declined to return charges against the person in question. That happened way back in October, 5 months ago.
Wow.
Okay.
So that's the thing the school couldn't tell us.
Yeah.
And when I say there's always two sides to a story...
Yeah, you and I've had that conversation numerous times.
Well, usually it's one-sided, Scott.
Usually it is.
Usually you telling us.
But I don't know if you've noticed it all, I've been very careful on this case because no matter how you think it sounds to you and you're hearing, I don't know, humans, we have a way of telling a story sometimes, and we want people to believe. But you've got to wait till you hear both sides of a story. There's a lot more to this. My guess is, and to just assume that, the New Hartford School District just dropped the ball and didn't care, that to me never made sense.
It's not accurate. Like I said, the case was presented to a grand jury. The grand jury heard the evidence and declined to return charges. I understand, and as that case with many cases, people do things that are wrong, but it doesn't always mean it's against the law or it breaks a law. And, and it's, I think with that case, obviously the allegation of touching somebody, but, it happens. People touch other people all the time, and it's not intentional. It gets very complicated when you're talking about these type of cases because we have to prove that it was done for sexual gratification. When somebody pinches somebody or squeezes a part of a body on somebody, that's a little bit easier. But just merely touching the person makes it very complicated. But
complexities to this.
Not to interrupt you, but before we get cut off, I would say this much. I don't want to say, I don't know off the top of my head if it was the school district that went to the police or if it was the victim that went to the police. So I don't want to make it sound like I'm saying the school district. I don't know that. You would have to talk to the sheriff's department on that, or the Child Advocacy Center. They could better answer that. But I'm telling you that the case was investigated and it was sent to my office and it was presented to a grand jury. I don't want the public to think that nobody did anything, and I don't know who turned that information over to us, if it was the victim or the school district.